Hey Carol, we need to talk.
Yeah, well, why not just meet face to face and we can talk directly? I mean, we do live in the same house for Pete's sake.
Well, that's because I don't want to see your face. Just thinking about seeing you makes me nauseous.
Please, Amy, don't be like that.
Please stop. Don't act like you're my mother. I don't consider you my mom. You married my dad, but you're just a stranger. You're not my mom, so get that straight. I don't have to listen to you or do anything you ask. You got that?
Yes, I know how you feel. I know I'm not really your mom and I don't pretend to be. But why be so aggressive toward me? What exactly did I do to you? We've been living together for 10 years after all. I wouldn't call that being total strangers. Besides, we have to continue living together. But it's now just the two of us. James, your father, he left us too soon. I was also devastated, you know?
No way I'm going to live with you. Just the two of us in this house? Are you serious? You know why? Because I plan on kicking you out of this house.
Huh? What do you mean?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. After the funeral the day before yesterday, you're no longer my dad's wife or my stepmother. Just a total stranger. That's being said, that gives you zero right to live here. So I want you out of here as soon as possible.
Excuse me? Hold on one second, Amy. What are you talking about? Why? Why all of a sudden? We've been living together for 10 years.
All of a sudden? Are you kidding me? I always wanted you out of this house. Ever since you came here, I yearned for the day you would be gone. I was totally against you guys getting married. Although my mom left us all those years ago, she's still my real mom. Nobody can replace my real mom. I hated you all these years, always butting into my business, telling me what to do. I was sick and tired of it. And you expect me to live with you? Are you serious? Now that Dad is gone, I want you out of here. And to never show your face in front of me again.
I'm so sorry you feel that way. I realize that you always hated me. You always ignored me all those years after your father and I got married. But isn't it a bit soon? Your father just passed and the funeral was just the other day. Kicking me out just like that? I wasn't prepared for it. Where am I supposed to go?
How should I know? I don't want to have to live with you and have you running the place like you own it, acting as nothing had happened. This house is where my mom and dad lived. There are memories here for me. I can't have you take over and change things, acting like it's yours. It's never gonna happen. Besides, Dad left everything to me. The house and all his assets. So I want you out of here, now.
Amy, please. If I leave this house, you'll be all alone. Are you okay with that? It's a pretty big house to be living alone in. You may not like me, but living here alone? I can't let you do that.
Are you nuts? Of course I'll be okay. I'm already in college and an adult for your information. I have no problem living alone. What? You think I'm just a kid and can't make it on my own? Is that what you think?
No, it's not that. I know you're competent enough to live on your own. I'm just worried is all. Cleaning this entire house takes a lot of effort. And the cost of running the house, and what are you going to do for meals? You can't live off takeout or fast food forever, you know.
There you go again. Don't start with your lecturing. I'm sick of it. Like I said, stop with the mom act.
But Amy, you're still a student. You need someone to look after you, at least until you graduate. I mean, financially, you may be okay for a while, but your dad's inheritance won't last forever, you know. You'll have to work sooner or later.
Please, you're a stranger to me. Don't go giving me orders. I can take care of things. I'll pay all the bills, no problem. Just get the hell out of my life.
But Amy, please, let me help you.
Please stop. I don't want to hear anymore. Why can't you understand? Would you just pack your stuff and get the hell out of here?
Okay, if you feel so strongly about it, I guess I have no choice. Could I at least stay until we finish with the rest of it? You know, he always wanted his ashes to be spread over the ocean. He always talked about it. I really want to be there for that. Couldn't I stay until then? Besides, I haven't packed anything. I lived here for 10 years. I can't do it in such short notice. And I want to go through my husband's, our things.
No way I'm going to allow that. Are you nuts? I don't know what you'll steal while you're going through his stuff. I know what you're trying to do. Just trying to stretch things out. End up staying here forever. I won't allow that. The funeral is over. Dad's gone forever. You mean nothing to me now. A total stranger. I own this house now. I will decide who lives here, and that's that. You're not wanted here anymore. Just get that through your thick skull.
All right then. If you're so set on kicking me out, Amy, I have no choice but to leave. I'm sorry it had to end this way. Don't worry, I'll never return. But please understand that I won't be able to help you if you get into trouble, or if by chance you regret this ever happened.
Regret? Are you kidding me? Why would I regret getting rid of you?
Hello, Amy. I just finished packing all my stuff and moved out as you asked. Thanks for everything all these years. Take care of yourself.
I don't need you informing me of your every move. What's the use? I have zero interest what you're doing. Long as you're gone, that suits me fine. I'm going to block you so you don't try contacting me again.
Right. Sorry about that. This is a final message. Just one more thing about the rent. There was just too much going on this month, so you don't have to pay. But starting next month, please pay as usual, okay?
Excuse me? Rent? What rent? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money. The rent that you have to pay for living there. We were all living there together, so I didn't ask for any rent to be paid, but as you said, I'm a stranger now. Which means you need to start paying rent every month. I expect the rent to be deposited by the end of next month.
I'm sorry? Say again? Why the hell do I have to pay you rent? This is my house. Dad should have made you pay all these years.
Why? Well, that's obvious. The house you're living in is mine. Huh? Excuse me? Don't tell me you never knew. The house you're living in right now. The one you kicked me out of? I have the deeds to the house. It's always been mine.
Hold it 1 second. This can't be your house. It's Dad's. It always has been. I was born here. I've always lived here. It's my family's home. For God's sake. I've been living here way before Dad ever met you. How could this house be yours? You totally lost it, lady. Your house? Give me a break.
Yes, you're right. It was previously owned by your dad, but I bought the rights to the property and house from him.
What are you talking about?
I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago. Your mother, she was a victim of a fraud. She had a considerable amount of money stolen from her. Well, long story short, I put up the money to pay off her debts, and in return, your father gave me the deeds to the property and house.
Why did you have that much money? I mean, you were just a housewife all those years. No way you would have saved that much.
I'm not a housewife. Yes, I did all the household chores and cooked the meals, but I was working too. As a matter of fact, I run a business.
Pardon me? You own a company?
Yes, all my employees work from home. You know, remote work. We have meetings on a daily basis. We don't have an office, so I don't need a commute. I was always working at home, so you may not have noticed, but I'm actually the president of the company. The CEO, if you may.
No way! You're making all that up.
No, it's true. Not making it up. That's why I was able to repay your mother's debt.
Are you really serious?
So, do you now understand why I was so adamant about staying? It's my house. And that means you'll have to pay rent on that house, which is $2,000 a month.
Wait a second. Did you just say $2,000 a month? Are you crazy? I can't pay that much every month. I'm a college student, for God's sake.
Excuse me? I thought you said you had no problem taking care of it all. That you were an adult now. You're a college student, a grown woman. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, I did say that, but until now...
Don't tell me you want me to keep paying for you. Is that what you want me to do? You said it was your house, but then you want a stranger to pay for everything? That makes no sense. You're not saying that, right?
I'm not saying that, but I can't pay $2,000 a month.
Well, if you're planning on living there, you're going to have to pay rent, or you'll have to buy that house for me somehow. Sorry, but those are your only two options.
Ugh, you're not serious. That's not fair.
If you ignore the rent payments for, say, 3 months, I'm going to have to evict you from the house. I'm sorry, but it's the law. That's it for now. I'm going to be pretty busy, so I'll send all the necessary documents by mail in a few days, so look them over and then decide what you're going to do. Okay, then see you again.
Wait a second, Carol. You can't just... Wait! Don't cut me off! Excuse me, Carol. Are you good to talk?
Hey, Amy. What's up? That's strange. I never heard you call me Carol before. It was always, hey you, or something to the effect.
Yeah, well, that was because, I just thought maybe it was about time I forgave you for everything.
Sorry? Forgive me for what?
Well, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is just... got it out of my system, so to speak, and I suppose there was a little misunderstanding.
Sorry, Amy. You're really not making much sense. What are you trying to say?
I was just trying to say, well, I'm saying you can return to the house if you want.
Excuse me? But you just kicked me out of the house just the other day.
Yeah, but I gave it some thought, and after you left, well, I just realized how important you were to the house and my life. I just wanted, to say that,
I'm sorry, I don't know. Just spit it out, Amy. Okay, I'll say it for you. You can't manage that huge house yourself, and you can't pay the rent, and you want me to come back. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I was just, yeah.
I know your father left you some money, and I rejected any inheritance, but that was still not enough for you to buy back the house. If you used it solely on rent, well, that wouldn't last long. By the time you start working and making a little money, nothing will be left. Of course, there's all kinds of other expenses that will come up.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard just keeping the house clean on a daily basis. I also can't make meals every day. I always end up just buying some things at the 7-Eleven. But then again, I can't just skip school. I have to continue my studies. I'm just constantly thinking about the rent and how I'm going to pay for it every month. To be honest, I'm emotionally exhausted. I can't continue like this.
I saw all this coming. I kept trying to warn you this would happen. When you said you were going to live there alone, I was concerned. You never help with the cooking or the house chores. It all seems so easy when someone else is doing it for you. It's not easy to maintain a household all by yourself.
All you've done over the years, I had no idea. I finally realized you have done so much, but I took such a despicable attitude towards you. I was such a jerk. I'm really sorry, Carol. I mean it. I swear I'll never kick you out or demand that you leave or anything. I will never ignore you like I did. I swear I'll do my best to get along with you. So, please come back. Let's live together again. Please, Carol.
I'm sorry, but I really can't help you, Amy.
Huh? Pardon me?
You kicked me out of the house simply because you didn't like me. You never even tried to get to know me. You ignored me all these years. All of a sudden, you find out that it's hard living on your own. So now you want me to come back? I don't think so. I mean, come on, Amy. Think about what you're saying.
But, like I said, I regret what I said. I know I was a little hard on you. But that's all over now. I'm really sorry for how I treated you. So please forgive me.
I would appreciate it if you would stop apologizing. It just seems so superficial. You want me to come back not because you truly feel remorse. You just want someone to pay the bills. Someone to clean and cook for you. Isn't that right?
No, that's not it. You got me all wrong, Carol. I really mean it. I really want to be friends with you. Get to know you better.
Well, I really don't want to be friends with you. to be honest. We never been close even though we lived together for all those years before your father died. I tried all those years to try and be your friend, for you to accept me, but all you did was ignore me for 10 years. Even now, all you want to do is use me for your advantage, am I right? I have no obligation to help you, Amy.
Please don't say that, please. I need your help. Please, Mom.
Amy, you're a total stranger, remember? Don't go acting like you're my daughter all of a sudden.
You can't just leave me.
Alright then. I expect the rent starting from next month. Don't be late. I'll send the bank information to you as soon as possible. Okay, see you.
Wait, please, Carol. Mom, it wasn't supposed to turn out this way. I really mean it. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Please come back.
After that, I received several phone calls from her continuing to apologize and pleading for me to forgive her. But I could still perceive that her ulterior motive was to get out of cooking and doing household chores. But most of all, to pay the rent. In order to get her to see the light, I contacted my late husband's sister, Marcia. I asked her to take Amy in and to discipline her, to teach her how to be on her own. I knew Marcia was a strict mother. After all, she raised 2 wonderful sons and 3 beautiful daughters. Under her guidance, I'm sure she'll teach her to be a responsible and upstanding young woman. As for the house, it will remain empty for a while. I hope to maintain and keep it in good condition for the foreseeable future. After Amy finishes college and hopefully realizes her mistake and truly understands how she acted all these years, I plan to transfer the deeds to the house and property to her someday. Then I will just fade away and let her go on with her life. I do not plan to live with Amy in the future, but after all, she is my daughter-in-law, the daughter of a man I loved and cared for. I want Amy to be happy, and I hope someday she'll appreciate what I did for her.